I mean, at the end, for a lot of these players, the MMR isn't the issue. It's the issue. You're a pro player. You want to be winning these tournaments, and
Radiant
that's
team
just
ban.
kind of your playground to get a
Dire
little bit of
team
practice
ban.
in, apart from scrims as well. So
Hey, you can't imagine how much I got flamed back then, like on Reddit and all these forums and stuff. Oh, Black, you fucking cheeser! You can only cheese because I always played this like carry pudges and stuff like that, you know. I'm
carry
like,
pudge.
why would I care? I'm
10
winning
seconds
tournaments, bro.
remaining.
Yeah.
Like, you can say what you want, but I'm
5
beating all these
seconds
players that are
remaining.
not cheesy, so why would I care? You know, a win is a win, man.
A win is a win. If you're able to get the win, and that's all that matters in
It's
the
all
end.
about the W, dude.
All about the
It's all about
W.
the W. Yep, yep.
Do you
So
feel
they
like?
pick Doom. Wait, so that's a mid Doom then,
Yeah.
or carry Doom potentially, but I don't know why people pick PA and don't ban Doom. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Is because we did see the Doom versus the PA matchup yesterday. Is there anything but the factor of being able to go into that Aghanims? Like,
Radiant
is
team
is it
ban.
still, even without the Aghanims, Doom is so annoying because PA heavily relies on his abilities?
I
Dire
mean, without
team hit.
Phantom Strike, the Blink, PA, and the Dagger, you're just nothing. So even if you get Doom without the Axe, like, you just don't do a whole lot. Sure, there's other heroes as well that hate being doomed, but like, you doom a Medusa, she doesn't care so much because Stonegaze is probably out already and just right click anyway. PA can't even get close to heroes.
10
She's just
seconds
completely
remaining.
disabled.
So do we want to see now Motivate potentially
5
go for a way
seconds
to
remaining.
buff up the PA? Like, could there be a mag mid
Radiant
here for
team
Fearless
hit.
potentially? Because it always feels like a PA needs that steroid.
Yeah, it's always tough against Doom though. Let's say you do have that Empower, a Doom purges that off as well. So that Empower is gone. And it's just like the best answer probably in the entire game to PA. And as you said, there's all
10
the steroids,
seconds
sure.
remaining.
But if they get purged off when you get doomed anyway, then what for? So I would
5
much rather
seconds
like to see like a
remaining.
winning condition from the mid lane. But Storm is already banned, Invoker is banned. It's gonna be tough pick.
And they don't take objectives at all, and their team fight's very lacking from Motivate. And they don't have,
Yeah.
I mean, they need a lot in this last pick. Pick off,
Oh.
team fight, tower taking potential.
Frontliner.
Yeah. I mean, can you see like a DK or Death Prophet? These are some of those heroes that can provide it. Frontline, take towers, a little bit of team fight, but is it a good pick this game
DP I
against
can see.
AA?
It's tough. Like, DP is good overall for them, but against Morph, Doom, AA, it's tough. Like, I think they're pretty outdrafted already. And the last pick, like a DK would make sense too, because you have some tower damage, you have good initiation and something that can scale into the mid late game as well. But you hate playing against Doom also. Like, you're just on a massive timer already, and I don't know what they can do about it really. Like, they needed something like a Storm to really go ham, but the hero's obviously banned already. Is
And
there anything else that can just take over the game completely?
Yeah,
Like a Zeus maybe? I don't know. They need something crazy strong that can just snowball and carry by himself if needed.
quite often that 24th pick is the pick where it's kind of the gotcha. You get a favorable lane matchup, you're able to take over the game.
Choose your
They'll
hero.
opt for the
Lina.
Lina.
She can carry for sure. It's just against the heroes he's playing against, it's very like BKB doesn't save you, right? Against Beastmaster. So let's just assume the fight goes how it should for SMG. They doom the PA, they roll the Lina. I just hard to see how they win in this mid late game. They
Yeah.
have Lina now for tower pressure and potential early rotation, so it's a good pick for sure. And it gave him a winning condition, but just overall the draft looks pretty meh.
It's an offlane Lina.
It's an offlane Lina. It's mid sanking against the Doom. And they want to pressure the Morphling. I mean, I
10
like it quite a
seconds
bit,
remaining.
but I just hope that Lina still transitions into
5
being
seconds remaining.
some sort of a right clicker. From the offlane, it's a bit harder.
Yeah.
So.
What are you?
Who's gonna tower pressure now? I thought Lina was just gonna go middle and right click towers, but now it's in the offlane. I actually like it for the lane only, but for the overall game plan, I think it's quite a bit worse.
So you're all on Motivate. They're just, this Lina lane has to go exceptionally well so she can transition into a bit more of a right clicker. Because if that doesn't, how do you take towers then?
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. But the lane is very strong. The Clockwork Lina lane against the Morphling is pretty easy. So they should have that going for them. Sanking beats Doom as well. And PA Grim should on paper beat Beastmaster Lion too. So despite their draft not really scaling into the mid late game as well, if they can snowball really hard, they have a chance.
Do we feel like SMG's lineup is kind of on the slower side as well? Like traditionally Doom, you can take a little bit more time with Devourer and Midas. Mid lane, you get a lot more farm priority. So an earlier BKB, he can get a bit more active, but a Morphling can need some items, whereas the Beastmaster kind of fulfills the other role where he can take towers early. So how are they going to be able to play like kind of the early game? Are they looking to ramp up the pressure?
I think they put the enemy team on a pretty big timer, so we're probably gonna see. Actually, this game I would like it if Doom doesn't go Midas. He just goes into like an early hood BKB, something like that, just to be able to play more actively. Because all you need to do is Doom the PA, and your Morphling is gonna do the rest for you. So like you're just gonna fight early, make sure your Morph gets a good game, be able to gank his lane. If you go greedy on a Doom, it might backfire. So it will really just all come down to the early laning phase for Trust. They need to crush the lanes, transition to a very strong mid game, and SMG, they gotta be able to fend that off.
Are there, because you're putting a lot of emphasis on the lanes that motivate, they've, in how we're kind of seeing the lanes probably formate, do we see SMJ maybe running like a tri lane or an aggro, maybe trying to bring a hero, swap up the lanes potentially, or is it still, do you feel like it's just going to be the stock standard?
I think they're... Beastbusters do some axes out, okay. Whenever that was for. But I think it's going to be pretty standard. And then if we see rotations, it's going to be like at level 2, level 3. Maybe Arthur will TP in, get a kill, make sure the Morphling has a good lane. But other than that, I don't expect rotations until the mid laners have some levels and items. Alrighty.
Uh-oh. This is gonna close the distance here with the burrow. Beautiful setup for Masteros's Light Strike Array. Q, he'll claim the kill. Not really the person you want to give it to, but there was no other way they were going to be able to kill the Ancient Apparition without the Rocket Flare, and even KP's going to get caught out as well. SMG, I mean, they saw the whole movement there. They had a ward on their high ground, and they still give up 2 kills.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. As I said, they saw everything. They're even gonna get the D ward now as well.
The battle begins.
Yeah, that was questionable. Very questionable. They saw everything and still bleed off 2 heroes. Kind of insane. How does that actually happen?
Yeah.
They must have underestimated the enemy's strength or something, or overestimated their own. I'm not sure. This is a great start for the Radiant team.
You're putting the emphasis on the fact that the lanes have to go really well for Motivate, and getting 3 bounties, 2 kills as well. First blood to Clockwork, the other kill went to Jackie's Phantom Assassin, so this is going to give them a little bit of influx of experience and gold to help out hitting these timings in the lane.
Yeah, and mind you, there's not a weak PA this time that we see. Like, not a PA that's just focused on farming. He has a very early op corrosion queued up, and together with the Grimstroke, they can easily kill the Lion, even the Beastmaster.
Yeah, Lion is a hero that, I mean, your armor at the moment's 3, but 1.5 agi gain is not the greatest. Beastmaster as well, 1.6, so you're really not going to be able to bulk up on the armor there, and once they get levels, is it just a lane where we'll probably see level 2 from Motivated, then they'll look to get aggressive here with that extra ability?
Yeah, level 2, they're decently strong, but level 3 with the level 2 Inkswell is really when they'll explode the lane. Because that's the time also where the corrosion will come in. And they have to be really careful in SMG that they just don't feed that lane.
We've seen the Sand King kind of transition a little bit more into the position too. I know Yopaj is a huge fan of it. As it's another kill here. Jackie down bot. Yeah, level 2 is picked up. They jump the Lion. But...
Didn't even use Inkswell. Huh. Must have just been out of position.
And this is quite the start already. They're even going to jump once again. Jackie straight on top of KP, well. And there's going to be another kill. I mean, Whirling Axes aren't really going to be able to help out too much here. They've got a massive wave that's going to shove back into Motivate, so they should be able to reset the equilibrium.
Yeah, and at the same time, the corrosion is now in Korea, so the PA is going to be even stronger. Level 3 is coming very close, very shortly soon. And then the level 2 Inkswell is really when this lane is going to snowball.
Top lane, a little bit of action breaking up. MG.Trust and Q trying to take the engagement to mid 1 and Rogi. 2 ranged heroes in the lane. Never feels too nice for them, especially against the Clockwork. But chilling touch. Lina. Oh, that is not what you want to see. It's a position 3 Lina. Very unconventional, but nice kill from Rogi.
I thought they would be crushing this lane, honestly. But Morph is doing very well for himself.
He's also about to hit level 3 as well. I mean, his early laning stage did get buffed up pretty heavily with the change from the attribute shift. 1 to 3 now. It was always a hero that very much relied on hitting that extra level in the attribute shift to be able to make sure he didn't get bullied out and was able to CS a little bit easier. So it's still kind of the same in that regard as what it was previously, just a little bit better for the Morphling.
Actually, I tried to nerf Morphling that way. But what ended up happening is his win rate went up by like 5% or something. Because the new attribute shift, sure it costs mana, but just overall it's a big increase on all levels.
Still see that, the Morphling, when you can combo it up with like a Dark Willow, for an example, one of the better combinations at the moment. This hero can seem incredibly busted.
I'll take your tribute.
Yeah, for sure. And bot lane, once they pull the lane back, they should be able to aggress. Oh, they're actually going KP right now. I think he's dead.
He's going to end up falling here. Beastmaster again. I mean, you see how aggressive.
This lane is very strong. It's very strong. Like, I don't think anything other than Grimstroke enables PA like this.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, PA is not one of the better laning stage carries, but like you said, I mean, when you have a support that's able to enable you in the lane, then you can get really aggressive early on. I mean, that Inkswell with a melee hero that has kind of this built-in jump mechanic, and you can find kill after kill, and this is what we're seeing at the moment from Motivate. I mean, you were saying that their lane's very, very strong, and it's already showing. I guess, although I am kind of surprised, Moon, his CS is sitting very well at the mid lane.
Yeah, it's always the Doom. Whoa. Q and Roger both going down, but Morphling is quite happy about that. Getting the solo experience for that kill. But yeah, I'm actually also surprised that Doom is that far ahead. Like, Sanking, you might not out net worth him because it's a Doom, but you're 14 CS behind. That's quite crazy. Moon doing very well for himself. And we have a start like this. Like, I criticized the Midas. I still don't really like it, but I guess you can sort of get away to get this early. Matros is dead again.
Again, Rogi.
He just died to solo A?
Morph did do a lot of damage to the Lina before Rogi came back to the lane, but yeah, it was the tail end. The A claimed the kill. Mid lane, Fearless.
Mid lane now.
Do they have the movement speed slow? Yes, now that Q's able to close the distance, just gets that one tick of battery assault. Immune unable to get back to safety. Arfu's either going to try and commit him with the TP. They will have another round of the Burrow Strike up in a couple of seconds. Meanwhile, Jackie is even getting a kill across the map, recognizing that, I mean, Beastmaster's completely alone, and this is a hero you picked in the first phase, and KP has 4 deaths already.
Nasaros though, he TP to the mid lane. They just want to pressure with that catapult. Tower's already at half health, but it gives Morphling complete free farm as well.
Just,
and Rogi, goodbye.
This is, I mean, it's only a 1,000 net worth lead at the moment, but the kills are going crazy for Motivate. I don't know if they'll get Moon. He's pretty speedy with Scorched Earth and Phase Boots. He's got to be careful though, because Phase is about to expire. Have another round in a couple seconds, but Fearless with the Inkswell stun. Oh, I am very worried right now for SMG. I don't know how they can offset this early advantage that Motivate have.
This is what we have seen yesterday as well. They are going in the Grimstroke, but he just
gonna TP out in his face. Fearless?
Yep, Sanking also running.
Oh, surely they get 1 kill at least. Rogi, they're not even gonna get Fearless. Oh, this is a lot of commitment.
Well, the only bright thing for them right now is Doom is still farming very well, and Morph is farming decently, but it's not looking good. Like we said, the lanes are strong, but I didn't expect it to go this poorly for them.
Do they have some ways to be able to make plays to kind of get back in this game? Like, who's the hero we have to look at here for SMG to kind of bring them back in this?
I think it's gotta be the Doom. That's why I hope he doesn't go for the Midas. Him and the Lion, potentially the Beastmaster. He's only level 4 though. Like, they gotta get some rotations going. If KP just shows himself, he's dead again. He has to be so careful. He's not even in XP range right now. So scared.
You've given Jackie such a free lane. 4-0 and 2, 4,200 net worth. He's definitely not the naked Battle Fury, but he is incredibly farmed and gonna get it at quite the rate.
KP has to be so careful. Like, the initiation range of a PA is insane. 1,000 blink range, and of course the dagger has even more range in KP. Going back to the jungle, just level 5. He's so underleveled.
And like, it feels like the Morphling is someone who wants to be playing around the triangle, because you can be that ancient clearer. But kind of Beastmaster wants the hard camp at the moment, and I don't know with his start if KP is going to be able to play the dead lane soon. So it's going to feel very awkward on how SMG have the farm comparison with all their cores.
Yeah, he's just now finishing his Dominator. Usually if you rush it like this, we see it at like minute 5. But 4 minutes later than what we usually see. PA, just one component away from Battle Fury, and mid lane, already level 6 on Q at minute 9. That is insane.
Yes, Setsuro as well is also level 6. These supports just been involved in all the kills right now. I mean, Q's 3, 1, and 4. Grimstroke is 1, 0, and 6. So you see the kill participation from both the supports on Motivate, really enabling this big experience league. And we're going to see the sixes start to come into play. I mean, the hook shot was off the mark, but still Q looking to help out around mid. But Dire, they're moving on forward with Moon and Rogi. First Doom's going to get used to the game here. Even a TP coming through from mid 1. Great land of the Earth Spike, connecting onto 2. As they'll trade it, however, a 1-for-1, but you're so happy with getting the kill on the Sand King at the moment with the status quo of this game, the SMG being behind 2,000 gold.
Oof, Hadouken, not enough. PA, 800 gold away from the Battle Fury. Sorry, 500 gold away from the Battle Fury. Oof. It's gonna be a really fast one, like minute, what, 11?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Do they have any stacks as well already? No stacks at the Ancients, so...
Yeah, we have seen yesterday though, when Jackie is left unchecked, this is when Motivate.Trust is really at their peak, but Fearless again having a very rough game himself. Only 3.4k net worth from the mid lane.
Oh.
Ooh. Again, Rogi.
A little bit of a snipe.
Yeah. What happened to the Sand King, really? Like, Beastmaster is the same net worth as him, pretty much.
Yeah, his Fearless has been making a lot more moves to try and get these kills. Bottom lane Q. He's trying to find the opening for the hook shot. They're not going to target mid 1 first. They want to bring down KP's Beastmaster and then turn to potentially kill off mid 1. But they've already used all their stuns, so Wolfling will be able to get back to safety. They do hunt down KP once again. 5th death of the game.
Yeah. And Jackie. Battle Fury done. Very good timing. Just 11 minutes. But as you said, no stacks. So won't be skyrocketing as fast as he possibly could. But again, Sand King is the big weak link right now. He's going like +4 item build pretty much. Brown boots blink. And he has to because his early game is so bad, but I really don't know what happened. Like, the lane against Doom should be relatively simple.
It's mid 1 should be fine. He's got waveform. But it's just, he's not hitting creeps though. That's the thing. Yeah, they don't get the kill, but it's the fact that now he has to go all the way back to Fountain to be able to get a regen up. And Meanwhile, they've been able to place a ward on the high ground, place a sentry as well. Just this is the recognition that how SMG can come back into this game is mid one getting a lot of farm and playing around the ancients and catching up in that way. And if he's unable to do that because of Radiant's infiltration movements into the jungle, then it's going to be very difficult.
It's actually TPing to the dead lane now in the Morphling. Very interesting. Usually not a move you would see.
And they also see him now under a ward, so they're...
Yeah.
Feed the flames.
The big problem also is he should realize and recognize that he's the winning condition. He needs to be able to snowball hard, but he didn't go into the Morbid Mask and he didn't find the Possessed Mask, so he doesn't have any life leech in order to farm efficiently.
Do you feel like Morbid Mask is pretty much core on the Morphling unless he gets that Possessed Mask? Or are there games where...
I think it depends on the game, really. Like in a game where you are the winning condition, you need to be one farming a lot. He got caught out, run, got shift off.
Sansa's gonna follow up die. They need the instant TPs, but Phil is gonna reveal the Blink Dagger. Jackie's getting involved as well. His Erdal Battle Fury pickup does not matter as Jackie recognizes how strong he still can be with the rest of the team to enable him. 4,000 net worth lead for Motivate, and now they're gonna continue to control the map.
And Moon did go for the Midas. I just think it's way too greedy. Like your Beastmaster is doing nothing. Your Morphling needs to farm. You can't get away with another Midas, I feel like. I mean, sure, your net worth is high, but your team is just like so far behind.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do with that Midas?
Yeah, it just feels like you're really now playing on the hopes of Radiant making a mistake. And making multiple mistakes as well with the lead they have mid one. I'm not going to jump him trying to with that smoke on Fearless. They still will now afterwards. He doesn't get the attribute shift off, but the stun lock just going to be delayed here with the Inkswell. Still, they're overlapping the stuns, and that's enough though. Masteros, Laguna cuts him down. This is a level 12 Lina. You were questioning if the offlane Masteros Lina was going to be able to scale into you know, kind of like the position 2 core, and you know, he's definitely going for that build. Boots of Travel BKB, and probably going to see another damage item afterwards.
Yeah, I like that build a lot, especially because Fearless is struggling so much. He's the guy that needs to end up hitting towers. And Doom potentially setting up for... Lina might get caught here. Oh,
the
what?
Rocket Flare.
He smells it.
Moon still gets the Doom, but Lina's got 2 Fury Soul stacks, Boots of Travel and Expel. In fact, Screw running away. Let's try and get the Expel stun. Fearless, he's going to be split away for the team, so it will cost him his life, but Motivate again taking a successful fight to the side of SMG.
Yeah, this is the problem though, like... You itemize into super greed, and then you're trying to make these moves, you're just not strong enough to fight them at all. You get the Doom off, but then what? If you have a Blink Dagger Centaur Stomp, then Lina is actually dead. Sure, he's close to his Blink Dagger now, but might be a little too late. Masa is very close to his BKB as well. Honestly, this SMG team reminds me a lot of the Elephant in the DPC Season 1. Because they're all just playing individual Dota. Like, it doesn't feel like a team at many points in the game.
Well,
Get the raw Masteros though.
First involvement of the game for him, but simultaneously across the map, Moon's gonna get brought down.
It's a back-to-back death for Moon as well. At least they kill Masteros. A little bit careless from him, but yeah. SMG really needs to start coming together as a unit. If they want to see any hope of winning this game.
How do you kind of turn that mindset back around instead of all individual focus to team focus? This is just a, you know, maybe outside Dota, you need that team bonding, you need the chemistry to build up. Kind of, what do you feel like is from your previous experiences?
It doesn't just happen overnight. It's like a long period of development, really. And it took Elephant about 6 months for them to finally overcome that and qualify for TI. But, you know, they stuck together and they made it work. It's gonna take a long time, though, if SMG wants to do the same thing.
Masteros again, just kind of dangling his life this time as the rest of Radiant trying to connect down with their smoke. Rogi will break
Bye,
it.
Rogi.
At least KP's not going to be the one to eat the gank, although he's still sitting pretty poor in the net worth.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, but PA is becoming a big problem. Look at the net worth.
Jeez. And he's going Ags next as well. He's going to be able to get kill after kill, just refreshing these abilities.
Yeah, everyone is super squishy. Even the Doom. He realizes that the Doom has a pretty bad game now. He won't have a plate mail for a long time. He's just sitting at 10 armor. He's gonna get shredded by the PA.
Do you feel like Doom's going to need an armor item after the BKB?
100%.
Dire's
You gotta go
top
into
tower is
Shiva's
under
guard.
attack.
And then potentially the Aggron Scepter. Try to get a Doom off on that PA.
It's just the Pupil's Gift on the ground. What's going on? The small camp of Dire. Near the mid lane. I don't know why there's just their Pupil's
They
Gift.
forgot about it. Hopefully they manage to see it. There would be a big loss otherwise. It's a good
Dire's
item.
middle tower is under attack.
No
And
one's...
PA is just soloing
Dire
Roshan,
are
no
scanning.
problem.
Ooh. Okay.
And Roshan is gone. So PA is gonna have an Aegis now to work with. Items, Fearless, still pretty underfarmed, so it's a silver lining for SMG at least. The PA is massive, the Lina is massive. You went for this Midas Doom, but you're still trailing behind the net worth by quite a bit. KP, what is he going? He went into a Solar Crest. Not a fan, honestly. I think they need initiation. So I would have much rather liked to see a Blink Dagger and jump on top of that Lina, potentially just burst him down. Now that Solar Crest, they have more of a buff up for the Morphling, sure, but you don't need that. You need to have good positioning and the tools of initiation, I think. Especially if you're this far behind.
Dire, can they jump before the Roche? Through Blink a little bit too late. He's still going to move in the pit. Well, they'll claim the first life of Jackie, and it looks like they're happy with that. The rest of the heroes need to get out of dodge, though. When do you feel like mid one is going to get to a stage where he might be able to man fight? I know he's very far behind, but what is kind of the items that he needs to battle a PA?
E-Blade.
Rogi?
Missed hook shot. But
Mid one's
he's
actually gonna wait
waving
for
in.
me, but he gets connected with the Bojack mid one!
He didn't come up when he
Oh!
waved in.
Oh, the instant tips as well.
Yeah, everyone knows mid one. A little bit of a blunder there.
Dire's middle
Or
tower is under
a big
attack.
blunder.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And this
attack.
entire movement was without KP. I feel like Beastmaster needs to be
Dire's
part of
top
those
tower is
engagements.
under attack.
That's what you pick him for.
It's tricky though, because this is a hero that always, like, you kind of want the team moving to you. Because you want the boars, like, they can't
Dire's
teleport across the map.
structures are
Often you don't
fortified.
have the hawks set up across the map as well. So do you feel like instead SMG just need to be playing more around this bottom
Dire's
side and
top
taking the
tower
tier
is
2?
under
Or is it
attack.
still on KP to
Radiant's
not
bottom
switch
tower is
across the
under
map now?
attack.
Usually I'd say
Dire's
yes,
top
but if
tower
you're at
has fallen.
such big of a disadvantage, it's very hard to make the right calls, I guess. But they tried to stop the Roshan, barely didn't do it. Tried to kill top, had a couple of blunders there. It just nothing is really going SMG's way. But that's because they're not setting anything up as a team. You know, they're trying to go for individual plays around the map,
Radiant's
and
bottom
then they
tower
react
is under attack.
rather than being ready. Q has 2,000 health. It's a pretty hard kill. You're going at him right now, though.
Looks like with the Ice Blast it should be enough, although at least he
Moon
gets the
just be dead,
clogs
though.
off. Yeah, Moon, he's 100% dead. Fearless has also caught out KP, and Set Zero is able to block the retreat with the TP from that outpost control. So 2 heroes will fall on SMG, and just for the clockwork.
I don't think you can fall for these kind of baits. Like, he has 2.1k health on a clockwork. Sure, you got the kill, but you lost 2 of your core heroes for it. Not worth it at all. And Trust is very happy with this. PA is just gonna run down the bot lane now. Probably just get the tier 2 there as well. And went into the Strange Asha, which I like a lot better than the Aggron Scepter. Just to get the Doom duration down and all the stuns they have.
Yeah, SMG are very reliant on kind of this stun lock into burst. And like you said, I mean, status resistance is just by far the best way to deal with the Doom ultimate. We see so often.
It's also a mechanic that has no place in
Mother's
Dota.
burn.
It's so stupid. It is the dumbest thing. For so long, I've like just been saying, why is this a thing? It's just mind blowing.
Moon. More
I
like...
mean, look how much damage he does. I'll turn it back around, actually. Finger of Death, along with the Doom ultimate, but now Fearless once again. A double
the
bow
double
strike.
bow.
Help of the Soulbind is Fearless. Will claim a second. They can't stop the TP on Arfu, but more importantly, they do keep Jackie alive on the PA.
Hey, KP!
KP?
He has a hook shot.
Oh, what are you doing there? Your rest of the team just died and TP'd out. It's like you're not
He ran
defending
it
that
all by
tower.
himself.
Oh, they're very misconnected right now on SMG.
Yeah, this is really the biggest weakness. Like, now that I watch them a little
Dire's
bit more,
bottom tower is
they
under
remind me
attack.
so much of an elephant.
Oh,
And
Arfu?
Afu, oh.
He's still gone up. Mastros
Bye.
ripped him apart. Laguna Blade, T2 Tower. And let's see what more they want to try and get here for Motivate. 11,000 net worth lead, and this is by far them in the driver's seat.
Dire's
It's a
bottom
big
tower is
shellacking.
under attack.
They still have a glyph. See when they use it. Right now, alright.
Radiant structures
So they probably
are
can't get the
fortified.
Rexes yet, but they're
Dire's
just
bottom
one fight
tower
away
is
from
under
winning this
attack.
game.
Radiant's top tower
I mean,
is under
could
attack.
we see, like you were saying, the
Dire's
E-Blade
middle
is
tower is under
potentially a way for them to deal with the Phantom
He
Assassin
doesn't
here?
even have it yet. I thought
Yeah.
he had the E-Blade a while ago. But yeah, they
Radiant's
need that
top
E-Blade,
tower is under attack.
and it needs to come out big time. How's
Well-
Doom looking? Close to his BKB at least.
Is it going to be a window though,
Radiant's
because
top
PA
tower
doesn't have a
has fallen.
BKB? Is this Magic Burst from SMG, if they just prioritize down the Phantom Assassin, like could that then turn a fire?
100%. That's why I thought the E-Blade was gonna be the turning point, but they're really far behind, so we'll have to see how much mileage they can get out of the E-Blade, because it's still 1,000 gold away as well. They need to weather the storm somehow. Like, PA needs to be very careful how he jumps in.
And you take a look at the players' names. I mean, you're Fearless on Sand King. Often, of course, you want that position too to have a lot more net worth, but he's taking the back seat, and you're asking for the Lina to transition more into a core, and well, that he's done this game. The net worth skyrocketing. He's going Scardy next item and looking really solid with this offlane Lina. As
Pressing
they'll jump
Moon.
in straight on top of Moon. I mean, no opportunity to get the BKB off. That's a great follow-up stun, but Jackie could just reset with the Phantom Strike and allow Mastros to kill off the supports.
Off
Mid
TPing
one's still
Endo.
going to try and TP him, but he doesn't have the E-Blade completed, so mid one, still the item progression not showing. A 1 for 3.
Yeah, and now PA is just gonna life leech back up at the creeps. Back to full.
More fuel for
KP
my
has to be so
fire.
careful.
Dire's middle
They have a
tower
hook.
is under attack.
Can he line it up? We're looking for it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Oh man, Jackie's so close to his BKB now suddenly.
Yeah, I mean, that's all they had going for them, honestly. Maybe being able to burst down the PA, Doom another target. You take 2 heroes out of the fight. Supports, I mean, their damage isn't going to be able to do it all by themselves, but now you've got BKB on PA. Lena's got a Lincoln's too, so Mastros is protected from all the single target control they've got on SMG.
And I've been preaching for so long that Sand Kings, no matter what lane you go, you gotta go into an early BKB. And feels this game recognizes as well. Clockwork.
Here's the
Bye-bye.
E-Blade reveal. Shotgun will come into play. But still, I mean, unfortunately for KP, he's got no way to dip
What?
out. Instant Mastros BKB after the Lincolns gets popped. Arfu was thought he was going to be able to turn it back around and punish Motivate for not having Jackie nearby, but it just costs an extra death to add to the tally.
Again, they feel like they have an opportunity, but they just can't get anything going. Every time, Trust is just ready, and they retaliate in a way where SMG just loses heroes. Do him on a second though.
Okay. Great use of the Hawk Vision here. Moon still doesn't have a whole lot of armor, so Jackie in the deny. No, they don't get it. So that is a trade, but I mean, you're behind. Are you happy with that though? That's Doom used, and is a hero that still needs a lot of farm.
I think at this point you're happy with anything you can get. Even though Doom killed a hero that's way below him in net worth. Probably still something they need to be able to take. Mid one, as we said, finally finishes E-Blade, but the item progression is just not there. They need to kill the PA somehow. If they're lucky, Morphling gets that kill bounty. It's gonna be like 1,000 plus gold. And then... Ooh, just barely off the mark.
Mid one.
Woo!
Gotta be careful. Jackie BKB before the Hex. And now they're gonna be careful because the Lion committed into the fight. Gonna look to reset, but the hook is there once again. Q, he was able to refresh thanks to the Aghanim's picked up, and now mid
Jackie
one.
in trouble.
Played with the attribute ship, but he's not gonna be able to get to safety. There's another jump in. Buyback coming through, but it's just the support from Roger. They've got the outpost control, but MG.Trust with the BKB is able to chase down SMG. There's no hope for them at all. This has been quite clearly a shellacking, as you called it. MG.Trust godlike. I mean, Jackie will finally fall. That's his first death of the game, but we are really struggling to see SMG get a foothold in this game one.
Yeah, it's a dieback from the A as well. They use everything in the tank. Look at the health bars of the other heroes. All full. All the focus goes into PA. Sure, they kill him, but they lose like 4 heroes for it. And it's really hard at this point to see a comeback avenue. Because Selena is also a hero now you actually need to care about a lot. It's not just the PA. Selena as well. It's even the Sand-King. Oh, Moon again.
I mean, they should know this ward's there. Previously, they got jumped in the tree line. Maybe he's baiting, though, because his team's coming. Moon's got to be careful, though, of the right clicks from MG.Trust. This mid one should be able to claim the last kill. Cube, refresh once again. Oh, this Aghanim's usage from the clockwork.
Dire
Get stunned,
are scanning.
though. Mid one.
Dire's
It
middle
finds him. He's
tower
got an
find it.
E-Blade back
attack.
up. Maybe they find Arfu instead?
When I seen the Lina.
So let's jump in. Pops the Lincolns.
He's tanky,
BKB is
he's tanky, though.
available. She's going to be able to get it off. Maybe into a TP. Let's see if mid one's right click damage is enough. Not even going to
It was
attempt that.
so slow from mid one. Like, he morphed into him like 4 seconds after he got stunned. He's like, oh, I got that ability. Oh, it happens if you don't play a whole lot of Morphling. And you're like, oh yeah. And PA just hitting the Roche. It's gonna be shot for the PA, probably. Fan of knives, such a good
Radiant
tool.
are scanning.
Are you a fan of the fan of knives even getting picked up in a game where the break isn't required?
Yeah, I like it simply because it's 16% of the max health, just instantly. Just gone. Especially if your item is into an axe, which he is, it gets refreshed every time you get a kill.
Oh wow.
And 550 AoE is not small.
See how aggressive Jackie can play. He's almost got this axe completed. Level 23. MG.Trust as well is also 23, so it's not like Jackie is just taking the full load. Gonna try with the Beastmaster Shard. They'll burst through the Grimstroke to start the fight. But now with the rebuttal coming through from Motivate, as soon as they don't rip apart Jackie or MG.Trust, it costs them multiple heroes. As mid
He
one,
didn't get the morph off again.
it's just looking like a difficult game to come back into when you... I mean, it all just went horribly wrong at the start. Again, I mean, they saw that smoke maneuver from Motivate, and they just gave 2 free kills away against a team that has a really strong laning stage, and you just gave them a buff up. 2 kills, 3 bounties, and we saw how much that was able to help them in the lane.
Yeah. Yeah, like beginnings like that can definitely snowball, especially if the team like...
Oh, good old hotel internet. It's alright. I'm sure Black will come back, keep
Dire's
us
top tower is
informed.
under attack.
See what SMG. I mean, I'm very much struggling to see how they come back in this one. Bit demoralizing. I mean, they're still gonna make an attempt, but Moon's gonna jump in. Just 2 of these heroes, and even though he gets the Doom out, it's not gonna matter. He can just get chased away. I don't even know who he doomed. Was it an illusion? Q's able to hookshot Roger on the backline. I'm not sure who got doomed, but it doesn't matter. SMG lose 2.
Radiant's bottom tower
Who did
is
actually
under attack.
doom?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Freebie looks like here for Motivate. I mean, they still got the Aegis on Jack here. Another 2 minutes 30 available for him. He's backpacked the treads, the Morbid Mask as well. And I mean, KP's back down to his beloved bottom lane. Finally taking a tier 2 tower, but that's kind of just the silver linings in a 31-minute game here as Motivate. Just a stellar performance from them overall.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I reconnect back to the game just to see who Rex's fall. Almost mega creeps now, huh? Yeah, no chance.
Yeah. This is how much do you feel like the draft put them in a big corner here, like percentage-wise? Do you still feel like they had an opportunity to take this game? Jackie? Will fall. I mean, that's the first.
Died.
Boon. Bit too late on the War Stomp.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
All BKBs popped though. They might have to disengage here on the Trust side, or not.
Let's just go in instead. Jackie wants blood. You gotta be careful if they group up, but a crit down. The stifling dagger. Oh my lordy. Still Jackie. I mean, you'll buff him up with the Lotus Orb. Mega Creeps Gaming though. SMG. Backs firmly against the wall here in this first game. 35,000 deficit. Radiant just might look to reset and go back in. Fearless off the mark with the Burrow Strike. So able to jaunt down to the southern side here. It's BKB used as well, but Q, he's got another thought. He wants to go in, refreshes the hook shot. Q's able to dip out now thanks to the jetpack. He's so mobile. And Jackie's got his back. A jump in, cleans off a support, cleans off a secondary target. Moon will fall, and that's all she wrote. Motivate. What a beautiful performance from them in this game one.
Mid one got destroyed. Double crit, Phantom Knife was just gone. But yeah, despite the draft looking pretty one-dimensional, like you have to win lanes in order to win the game, they crushed the lanes. And yeah, SMG just doesn't look very well connected at all. It's like 5, what's it called, like wheel cogs, but there's just no connection in between. They're all running individually, and they can't make anything happen together.
I'm sure it would be frustrating for these guys as well. I mean, you take a look at the names that are there. I mean, you kind of said the resemblance to Elephant. Like, it's quite the stack roster, but just they're not clicking on all cylinders. And, you know, for a team that has had that success, you know, on or at least the players have had that success on different teams, they'd be kind of looking for answers right now. But they're getting
maybe
absolutely
that's the problem, though. Like, all those household names, you know, maybe everybody wants to be the star, but that's not how Dota works, man. It's got to be a team effort. You got to be able to share the spotlight. And so far, it just seems like all of the SMG players, they always want to make moves by themselves, you know. Like, Doom goes in by himself, sure, gets a kill there, but then he dies, baits some teammates into a bad position. And they just don't really try to help each other out. Like, KP has a horrendous game. Doom still goes Midas. Like that's not how it should go, right? Like, he should be itemizing into an active sort of item build and just help out his Beastmaster because he's a vital part to the victory. Didn't happen. Trust outplayed them. Pretty one-sided game one, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, we'll see if SMG, maybe with their second draft coming up pretty shortly, if that can give them a little bit more of an advantage here heading into a potential even series. But like you said, it was a bit of a one-sided game one here. Motivate, a clean way to start the day. Send this one to a break with game 2 up shortly.